any ballots if anybody came in I did not give a ballot to, let me know. I'll bring you a ballot. Okay, I'll bring you a ballot in a second. The ballots are made very simple. You're going to vote for your top four. Okay, the top four. That's the top four that's moving on. All right. I'll tell you right now, there is only 7 comments. There's the one comment at the bottom. I am Chad. It has withdrawn from the contest. Okay, so he's not in the contest. So it's really, so the comments are really sweating right now because they know it's going to be really up to them right now. All right, so our first comedian in the contest right now, crazy as hell. I guess he's from the West Side because his name is West Side Kid. Give it up for him.
Brings me back, passing out on the, what was it, Merlin's Wharf down there? But anyway, I'm West Side Ken. I'm a little bit off my game tonight. I misplaced my phone. You know how you feel when you forget your phone all day. And the only thing worse than that is when you get home and the only text or call you got from the bank saying your balance is less than $50. So I am single. The position of West Side Barbie is wide open. I will be taking auditions in the backseat of my Kia after the show.
If it's still there.
If it's still there. No, it's a red Kia Soul. The young man don't like a red Kia Soul. But my daughter's Kia actually got stolen and they blew the motor up on it. So they only made it like 3 blocks and blew the motor up on it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a true story. I was married for 22 years. I had my daughter and I have a son. I sired a couple of children and I got divorced. I never saw the divorce coming. I'm kind of dense. I should have known something was amiss when she started sleeping in a separate bed 6 miles away at her boyfriend's house. It's because she wanted a bad boy and I was not a bad boy. I was a good kid, you know. I was plain, I was boring, I was kind of vanilla. But after the divorce, I transformed myself into the rebel, rogue, rapscallion you see before you today. I never broke the rules. I just was never a rule breaker. I never even crossed against a traffic light. Never did drugs. But last weekend, oh yeah, I tried me some marijuana, grass, gauge, ganja. It was at my grandson's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. It took me 5 minutes to find my way out of that ball pit. I am, actually tomorrow's my birthday, for real. I don't know why people cheer for that. I've had nothing to do with it whatsoever, but I appreciate it. I'm going through, can't say midlife crisis, we'll call it a 2/3 life crisis. I went out and I got some tattoos. I got a tattoo on my calf of an owl. I nicknamed it Be Back. Owl Be Back. I got some piercings. I got my ears and some other places. I can see you trying to figure out where they are, fella. I bought myself a Jeep for my birthday. I always wanted one since I was a kid. 35-inch tires, 2-inch body lift, 2-inch suspension lift. It's tall, it's flat, so I call it Jack. You have any idea how hard it is to 3-point park a raised Jeep with giant tires? It's kind of funny because Shaq had problems with 3-pointers too. Yeah, that's scratched from my neck set, I guarantee that. I do have the Jeep, and there's a special Jeep culture out there. I don't know if anybody has a Jeep. Oh, first of all, does anybody drive a Tesla? All right, I wouldn't admit it either. If you know anybody who drives a Tesla, make sure you tell them that using their turn signal will not wear the battery down. So they can go ahead and start using their turn signals in those things. So I have my Jeep. We have the little Jeep clubs going around, and we do weird stuff. We actually give rubber ducks to other people's Jeeps when we like their Jeeps. It's called Duck Duck Jeep. It's the weirdest thing. And there's an app, and this is crazy. I just learned this the other day. There's an app out there that you can sign up if you have a Jeep, put yourself in the GPS, and anytime you're near another Jeep that's in this app, it pings you and says, hey, there's another Jeeper nearby. I don't know the name of the app, but I think it should be called Jeepers and Creepers, because that's pretty creepy. I'm a security guard by trade. I've been doing it for 30 years. Right now, I work in a stuffed animal warehouse. But I always felt like I was destined for something bigger. I mean, for a while, I've had a lot of jobs. For a while, I worked at Pfizer in the Viagra department. Got fired for sampling the merchandise. It took me to human resources. I told them it made me a harder worker. I worked in the garbage dump. Only paid $12 an hour, but it was all you could eat. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to have my own business. We actually had a restaurant for about 3 months. It was a gyro restaurant, and it only lasted like 3 months. We called it the G-Spot, and nobody ever came. The guys especially couldn't find it. I ran a flower shop for a while. We promised delivery in 60 minutes or less. We called it Run Florist Run. I tried to pitch some shows to the Food Network. You know, you watch the Bravo and the Food Network and all that. One, I actually tried to get with Run DMC and have them have a show where they showed people how to cook with Chinese cookware. It would have been called Walk This Way. One of the celebrities who only ate shrimp has been called Prawn Stars. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. So I had an invention in mind, and I actually tried to get this patented. It was, what do they call it, patent pending. We tried selling it. Who has dogs? So you know how hard it is to cut your dog's nails. So I invented a nail file that you would just file the dog's nails down rather than clipping them. I think it was something in the marketing because I called it the Pebble file. It didn't sell very well. You all right with it? It's his birthday. He's on something tonight. Actually, night before last, Wednesday night, or Monday night, I got pulled over. And I'm going to tell you something. This is true. If you want to get out of a ticket, make the cop laugh. 9 times out of 10, you will get out of the ticket if you make the cop laugh. That's true. So I'm heading up Trinity Road, and I'm speeding a little bit because I'm a rebel. I'm doing 32 in the 25, and they pull me over.
Garfield?
Of course. Of course, right off of Transportation Boulevard, coming up on by the Walgreens up over there. Yeah, because it goes 35, 25. So she comes up to the window. She says, "Where are you heading in such a hurry?" So I figured the best thing to do is tell her the truth. I said, "Listen, I'm on a booty call, and I don't know how long this Viagra's gonna last." So she let me go in the morning. That was kind of cool. You know, I was gonna go into why I'm where I'm at now, just the whole midlife crisis thing. But there's my light, so y'all are gonna have to put me through to the next round so you can hear that story. All right, hey, hit my website, website.com.